Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Z. So, today we'll be speaking about what anime influenced me, and it's none other than Dragon Ball. So, where I basically started watching Dragon Ball Z was on a channel called SBC2. So, basically, you get like four channels, right? If you had normal TV, not DSTV, it'd be SBC 1, 2, 3, and E. Not SBC 4, just E. And from Mondays till about Thursdays, Dragon Ball Z would come on every single day, except for like Fridays. And on Fridays, is that iCarly would come on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Dragon Ball Z, I never knew the reason why that happened, but yeah, just Mondays to Thursdays. Saga is probably the Android Saga, just because I feel like, bro, the fact that every Saiyan could turn Super Saiyan, I like that shit, bro. Basically the Saiyans or the Z fighters prepared for the androids to come. However, because because Android, because Trunks basically came from the future and told Goku and all of them about what was going to happen in their future, he altered time because when Trunks came from the future, he was only faced with Android 17 and Android 8. When Goku had to face the androids, or when they confronted the androids, it was Dr. Gero, Android, I think 13, Android 17, and Android 18. And then there was also Android 16 that basically needed to absorb Android 17 and 18 in order to become perfect. Basically, Dr. Gero confronted Goku with Android 13. Goku was more than capable of defeating Android 13. However, he had a virus, so he was weakened at that state in which he fought Android 13. And Android 13 almost killed him until, Vegeta intervened. And when Vegeta intervened, he basically saved Goku. And everyone's like, oh, why are you saving Goku? Why are you saving Goku? And it's like, bro, I'm not saving Goku. I just want to defeat this android and it would be Goku's just in my way type shit. So then this is where we learned that Vegeta learned how to turn Super Saiyan, right? And he dominated Android 13, right? So he proved his strength. But when faced with Android 17 and 18, specifically Android 18, they dominated Vegeta. They humiliated him basically. Forward, Goku recovers from his virus. Vegeta about hyperbolic time chamber, and basically what it does is you go in there for a day, and you can get a year out of it. So if you train for one day, you basically that's like a year's worth. About the Android Saga is that in the hyperbolic time chamber, they had to train hard because Sal wasn't exactly a pushover anymore. Train hard because they needed to destroy Android 17 and Android 18, and Sal was just like a byproduct. And Vegeta obviously dominated Android, not Android, but Vegeta dominated Sal of the absorbed Android 17. However, because of his ego, because he was so inflated with his ego, Vegeta was like, "Oh, I'm the strongest. Nobody can defeat me." He allowed Sal to basically absorb Android 18, and then Cell dominated Vegeta. So you had to go back to the hyperbolic time chamber. And Goku and Gohan obviously went to the hyperbolic time chamber and shit like that. But they didn't go back. I think Vegeta, Goku and Gohan didn't go back in because Goku said there's not much we can do within another year. Why would we go in there for another year if we already did what we needed to do? And yeah, like that's basically my favorite. That's basically my favorite saga in Dragon Ball Z.